Welcome back to the Fixed Ops Roundtable. I'm Sarah Vantine here with Ted Ings. Today we have the Go Trego panel. And Ted, I understand we're going to have a lot to discuss today.
Michael Grubich from Go Trego is with us. So honored to have him here at the roundtable.
Glad to be here.
Michael, welcome back to the Fixed Ops Roundtable.
Thanks for having me.
You've been working very hard, diligently behind the scenes, surveying folks within the industry, and you've got some amazing things to share with us. I know Northwood has been a part of that as well.
Correct. Yes.
We are as well. And so tell us a little bit about it, Michael, and how we got here.
Yeah. So one of the things we wanted to find out, we're hearing so much about, what's happening in the fixed ops side and the sales side. There's all the technology that's coming in, AI is coming in, but what's happening with the people side, and how are things going? So we did a survey. We reached out to either single rooftop dealerships or dealer groups, the leaders in those groups, to get a sense of what's happening from a talent, kind of a state of the talent for the auto dealership world.
Well, Mike, and I understand too that there's a lot of great information in terms of what you uncovered with people challenges. If you'd like to share a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we identified a number of, or we asked the group a lot of what's happening people challenge wise as they look into 2026, and we called out about 4 or 5 really key ones that we're seeing in the industry. The first is continues to be high turnover. So high turnover, especially in the sales roles and in the tech roles, is where we're seeing it. The second was manager effectiveness, just not really strong. And we're seeing that from an engagement standpoint, but there's not a good development piece. People don't feel they're getting the support they need. Availability of qualified talent was one of the other areas that we identified as a top challenge. And then we're starting to see this come up about reskilling because of AI and automation. So are we bringing in the right people that are going to help bring and push AI, because everyone knows that's where we're going.
It's been said that the automotive industry is not really so much about cars, it's about the people.
Yep.
And I think the three of us know that that's more than true.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Go Trego has been working to identify emerging leaders and emerging trends. Talk to us a little about Go Trego, if you don't mind, for a moment.
Yeah, so with Go Trego, what we do, we use a scientific-based approach to really look at 3 things in people. What are the cognitive elements that drive their performance? What are the personality traits that drive performance? And then what are their aspirations? What are the things that are important to them? Those 3 combined help us really predict performance in a role.
And Mike, one of the pieces that has been so imperative with what you provide at Go Trego has really been the focus again on the customer experience and having the right people in these roles that are going to be interacting
Yep.
with customers and making those connections.
Yeah, I'm a golfer, right? And I probably have the best clubs that I could have. I have a golf coach. None of them matter. It's about the person who's swinging the club, right? And I think with all that's changing in the industry, and a lot of your panels today have been talking about AI and technology,
Yes.
which is important, but the human element is still really important. If you don't have that group there, all those others are just tools that sit around and look good on a shelf.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, very much so. What else did the survey show? What other trends are you seeing out there?
Yeah, so we looked at manager effectiveness, and so we asked everyone, how are managers doing with people? And about 59% said they're okay, slightly effective. 0%, and I'm not exaggerating, said highly effective.
Wow.
So
Zero.
that not one person rated managers as extremely or very highly effective. 84% of our respondents disagree that their dealership is consistently onboarding and setting clear expectations. So only 16% said that was happening. And dealerships are not providing, according to the survey, transparent and clear career paths. 72% were dissatisfied with the career paths that they had available at their dealership.
I'm wondering, Mike, what are some of the takeaways that you're seeing so far from the data? Because I know it's been coming in until very recently. What are some of the trends that you're seeing that you're aware of and concerned about?
So one of the things we asked was, why are you leaving? So the big trend is they're not retaining people. And the number one reason, which is not uncommon in most industries, is limited career progression. People don't feel like they have a place to go after the role that they're in. The second is trust or manager quality, trust in leadership or manager quality. And what we're seeing is a lot of good technical experts being promoted into roles to lead, but they're not being taught how to lead. So, and then compensation continues to be a common one too. That's continues to rank up there as a reason that people stay or don't leave. So the general summary of that is that dealerships are kind of have two elements that are hitting them. One is they're not doing a good job bringing in the right talent, but they have systems that aren't in place to develop and retain it as well.
Well, Mike, all this really is important at the very beginning because, during the hiring process, that person that is considering a role or an opportunity in the dealership, they're researching this information about the culture. They're looking online and they're trying to ascertain if this organization is going to be the right fit. So what other pieces do you see being important in that recruiting process?
So in the recruiting process, obviously I'm going to say assess, right? Because you can dig in depths of a person, their personality. Are they going to be a good fit, not just for the role, but for the company? But look at how that person engages, right? Are they being forward? Are they reaching out and asking? Do they look like they have that? I like to use the term fire in the belly, that they're going to stick and drive and help grow your business. Look for business partners. Don't just look for someone to fill a seat and fill a job.
And finally, Mike, is the survey available online where people can get a copy and see, some of the trends that you're seeing as well?
Yeah, we're going to we're going to publish the report. We're also keeping the survey live. So we'll keep it out. We can set it out even to fixed ops and more fixed ops groups, and keep gathering that data, because the first quarter of the year, things are always shifting and changing.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, it's a very active time. Things calm down around April, and then they pick up again as you get into the fourth quarter and people start thinking about the next year.
Yeah.
So, but first quarter is just tons of things going on.
All right.
So,
Mike, for our audience that's watching today, where can we learn more?
best thing to do is reach out to us at gotrego.com. We'll connect with you. We're here to help advise, here to help support in any way. Our goal is help you grow the business. We want to bring in the people that help your business thrive.
Michael Grubich, everybody, here from Go Trego, here with Sarah Vantine and I today, here today at the Fix Ops Roundtable.
Thanks for having me.